the dogs this morning, and they're having a big play match, and I came back out and I noticed that he was shaking his ear a little bit. Nothing big, just a little ear shake every now and again, holding it pinned against his head, scratching at it with his paw. So I want to show you a little remedy that I do to head any problem off before it becomes a medical issue. All right. I have a shot glass. It's just easier to work with when you're dealing with something the size of an ear. Of course, you can make up a big batch of this and keep it, but I just make it up on the spot. I take some olive oil, nothing fancy. This is our carrier medium, our carrier oil, and I'll just pour, that's more than a shot, maybe about 2 shots in there. It really doesn't matter. That's probably more than I need actually for each ear, depending on how sloppy I am in putting it in. Now, what I have here is some vitamin E oil. I got this at Lhasa Karnak in Berkeley. It's an herb store. There's 2 of them in Berkeley. And vitamin E is just like really good for the skin. It's a really good preservative. And it's a concentrate. You don't want to put this directly in your dog's ear necessarily. You just need to put a few drops in. And it's kind of slow. It's a little chilly today, so it's coming out really slow. Okay, so I'm gonna put basically 2 drops of vitamin E oil in there. It's not, if you go a little bit more, it's just gonna waste your vitamin E oil, but it's not gonna hurt the dog. The next ingredient is chamomile. I have Roman chamomile here. You can use Roman or German chamomile. Don't use Moroccan blue chamomile, which is another, it's not really chamomile, it just smells like it. So this is a pure essential oil, and what you don't want to do is put this directly in contact with the ear or ingest any essential oil. This is meant to be diluted. So it's important I don't get too much of it in here. And right there, again, 1 or 2 drops. You don't need to use too much. That's all I need. Save that. This stuff is sort of expensive. This is $10, and this is probably another $10 or $15 or something like that. Now, we have our carrier oil, which was olive oil. We have our 2 drops of vitamin E oil, and our 1 or 2 drops of chamomile oil. You barely need any. And you can really smell the chamomile coming off of there. I took off my jacket because sometimes when you put oil in your dog's ear, they move around and the oil can go everywhere. So do this in sort of a clean, in a spot that is easy to clean. All right, so here's the next thing. See how I'm going from the back? I'm not going from the front over the dog's head with a weird suspicious thing that smells. I'm going from the back. I'm just gonna go here and flip his ear over and pour some in. Rub it down here. And I didn't really put a lot in there because really it's the other ear I'm after. That's just to condition that first one. Now here's the other ear, and I've already given this a good inspection, but I'll give another one. See, it's clean, there's no gunk in it or anything. I don't know why he's moving his head around like that, but I'm gonna just get some oil in there to make sure that there's nothing, if there's anything in there, it'll get dislodged. Okay, so, well, my chamomile's pretty much dead for the season. This was it down here. This whole little area is chamomile, and that'll come back next year. But if you don't have the essential oil, you can always just take your chamomile plant, dry it out, and soak it in oil, and just let that mix it and let it sit in a warm place out of the sun for a month or so, and you'll have chamomile infused oil for your dog's ears. You're gonna have to strain it so you don't have parts that get stuck in their ears after that, so you're gonna need some sort of cheesecloth to wrap this in so the parts don't get in there, and then strain it after that too. But this smells exactly like the essential oil I was using. It's the same thing, chamomile, and except for I think this is German chamomile. German chamomile is taller, and Roman chamomile is stretching out. Roman chamomile is roaming. And German chamomile, it's a colder place, and it's a wetter place, so it grows bigger, it's taller. So this is a type of German chamomile. Yeah, and that's the story. So thanks for tuning in. Bye.